So, got to look at it that way.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow of doubt, man.
You have to, because I think it's dope what you're doing, because training, that's, everybody, I don't care what they say, they want to be at the best shape of their lives. Of they might try to bullshit you. Nah, I ain't with all that. If you gave them a choice right now, you could say, in 100 days, I can make you look like this for free, I guarantee you they would do it.
They would. Yeah. They would.
Well, and that's another thing, too. For free or not, right? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, your state of being now has to put you in a place of discomfort.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta, whatever you in right now, you gotta be so uncomfortable with that until you're gonna engage change. Mm-hmm. Right? Because a lot of times you can give somebody the blueprint on how to be rich or how to get in shape.
Right.
But their point at where they're at now has to motivate them enough to change whether they pay or not. Right? And a lot of times if they do pay for it, then they're probably going to appreciate a little bit more.
Right.
Than opposed to
because they're making a sacrifice. Right.
They invested something in it. If you invest something, you want to get something out of it. So what I see at the end of the day is you got to have that desire to change. And what you in now got to put you in an uncomfortable state to say, you know what, I got to do something different.
Right.
And then you got to go take action. Right. And so that's one of my things is you got to be uncomfortable enough to actually take action.
Uncomfortable with being comfortable. No, comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you just have to say, look, it's not gonna be easy. I did this didn't work well. Okay, maybe I can't eat this anymore. Yeah. Maybe I can't. That bread was hard for me. It was hard to let go. I said, ooh. I said, oh man. They said, you can't eat bread. I said, well, you told me I couldn't eat bread. He was like, nah, you trying to be cut up. He said,
I stopped for like 6 months. So, coming off of that, it's the eating right. So you say when you first started, you wasn't necessarily eating right. So, that's we say discipline. Step. That's another step. So, how did you, rise above those challenges with eating right?
Well, again, it was one of the things where it's like, in your mind, you're like, okay, what's the next level?
Right.
Right. So once it was kind of funny, a transition. I probably worked out because I lived in Scranton, and I was working out and just lifting weights for about 3 or 4 years. Okay. And then I moved back to Atlanta. I said, I got to take it to the next level. Right? I got to start eating right because I'm doing all this work and I'm doing all this training, but I'm not seeing the definition that I want in my body.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So then I was like, okay, so now let's figure out this eating part of it. Right? Because it's a three-headed monster in fitness. You got to eat right, you got to have a workout plan, you got to have some type of meal plan, and you got to have some type of supplement plan. You got to take some type of protein or something, right? And so when I moved back to Atlanta, I said, okay, I see people on Instagram or I see different models and things like that because I got bit by the actors bug, and that's how me and this young brother met.
Right, of course, it's here.
I would see the folks because everybody compared me. Like I would see like a Lance Gross, and I'm like, God damn, look at that boy abs.
Right.
Yeah. What I gotta do?
Right.
Right. Because now I'm trying to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Right. So then I said, okay, what do I gotta eat to get there? And then one of my mentors, when I first moved back to Atlanta, he was Newt, one of my older brothers in my frat, and he introduced me to fitness from a bodybuilding standpoint. And he educated me on the food you gotta eat and things like that. So then I added that to my arsenal.
Because they real serious.
Yeah, now I know how to eat, work out, and I know how to eat right. Right? And then maybe 2-3 years after that, I got into protein and fat burners and things like that, because now I'm like, okay, now I got the whole package, right? And when you complete that, that's what's going to give you that full package, that look that you want, and you got to have all three of those going, right? I can look at somebody and say, okay, well, he eating right, he big as hell, he got big arms, he probably taking some type of protein or something, but he got his stomach, he probably got to get the diet right.
Right.
So you can look at somebody and see what components they're missing. Or you can see somebody, a young lady, she could be lean, or she could be, lean, don't hold a lot of weight. But you can tell she's eating right, and she's probably got some strength to her, but she's probably not working out, so you don't see a lot of definition.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have all three of those going
At the same time.
to really get good results.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Another aspect too, I think people recovery, the rest.
Recovery, rest, all those things are important as far as from a protein and what you're eating, and then also recovery and performance.
Yeah.
Right. If you're eating bad, your body ain't gonna look how you want it to look, nor you're not gonna have the energy to get up and go work out.
Correct.
Right? If you working out all day and then you go hang out in the club and you got wings, you just had a drink, you gonna be hungover the next day. So you gonna miss your people, your boy, your group, like, yo, let's go work out at 10 o'clock in the morning. You like, yo, bro, I need me some Tylenol and some Gatorade. I ain't gonna make it today.
You know,
Correct.
I see so much. I see people leave the gym and they will go to Five Guys right after they left the gym. They'll go to McDonald's. I'm like,
You
what?
defeated
You
the
did
purpose.
all of that to put that there? No.
But so the thing about it, and that's what I coach a lot of folks is balance, right? Things don't turn around in a day, right? It takes time. I just explained to y'all how it took me over probably a good 6 years to really get to the level of discipline,
Right, that you wanted to get to.
That I wanted to get to, where you gotta do things in moderation.
Yeah.
Right? Where, okay, you go have a cheat day. Right? Have a cheat day on a Friday or even a Friday and a Saturday.
Right.
Right? You ate good Monday through Friday. Now, have a cheat day. But the problem is this, and one of the things I see is you cheat so much that you done knocked off
You're not,
the whole week.
everything you
And
done
now
did, right.
You took 10 steps forward and then you took 15 steps backwards. And then you constantly stand at this point because you have to give a little to keep on growing.
Motherfucker ate 6 times a day, makes 12 times in 2 days. That was man. I'm good. Two cheat days. Nah, motherfucker, your my abs right here. Cause you ate them away. That's what you did.
Right.
And I know everybody, and my homeboy laughing right now, but I know everybody also is a victim to this, the alcohol.
Yeah.
You trying to get a 6-pack, the alcohol will kill you.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
Sugar,
I don't know what alcohol is no more,
That's
man.
all it is, just
I don't
carb,
even
just sugar.
Yeah,
turn
man,
around, it's gonna go straight to the stomach.
It's gonna kill you, man. So I've seen where I can burn off a bad meal or two in maybe a couple days. It may take me 7 days or a week or something like that to actually burn off, 3-4 drinks. So you gotta do everything in moderation.
Moderation.
And
That's
keep
key.
on trying to progress.
Cause I noticed that's a big thing for a lot of females as well.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. They
Nightcap.
don't understand why that's going on. I can't get rid of this, but you drink all the time. So
the nightcap.
Yeah.
They love the nightcap, man. and I gotta give a shout out to my wife because just on some standpoint of me coming into my business now, right, and taking it to the level of seriousness I take it to now, is all because of my wife. Because once I got married, I turned the corner, and I said to myself, I have to be the man that I always wanted to be, because she deserves my best.
Yes, sir.
Right? And the only way you're gonna be your best is doing what you absolutely love.
Correct. That's life. Anything
Right?
else
You
is
can't-
uncivilized.
no other way around it.
If you a man, you married, you got kids, and you come home, you dreading that job every day, they never gonna get the best you because you're not walking in your calling.
Exactly.
Right?
At all.
So I gotta give my wife her credit, because I wouldn't be here today, because when I got married, I said I gotta give her my best. And that's what really is my focus, right? That's what really helps me, pushes me, because and I'm a big Eric Thomas fan, right?
Yeah.
But it's so true. It's when your why is bigger than you, what you doing is greater than you, now you're gonna go even harder.
Right.
Because if it's just you, you're like, all right, I'm
good. I did what I can do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
only me.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But when it's somebody else that's dependent upon you,
It changes things.
it changes everything. You're gonna push through whatever you gotta push through for them. And now you got somebody calling, and you doing what you love.
No.
So that's the best thing, man. So I'm truly, truly blessed
That's what's up. Because I always think about it like this: we have an opportunity, you have an opportunity to change the trajectory of your family. Why would you bullshit?
This dude right here, he's a beast, man.
Why would you bullshit? Why would you bullshit that?
Absolutely, man.
Right.
Absolutely. I read something the other day because I'm really big on like motivational phrases and things like that, and it said that
me as well.
The risk takers are the people that will change the scope of their families.
Mm-hmm. Right. This is correct.
Right? If you got two people in the house and they both are just making a living, then that's all you're going to do. You're going to work to live.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? But if you got one person making a living, you got somebody else out there working to take the family to that next level. It's like, we're going to win.
Right.
We're going to win.
That's what it takes.
Right?
Yeah.
We're going to build some generational wealth.
Right. We just keep
You
now.
can't pass a job on to your kids.
No, you can't pass a job. And that's what we've been, we've been looking at, past years. It's like, okay, it's been making a living.
Yeah.
But then it's been like, okay, it's just a cycle. Now the kids got to come back and make a living.
Yeah, now they got to.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, that works. But as you said, you're not able to give your full self to everybody around you, even yourself, because you're not in your purpose or your calling.
Absolutely.
Makes plenty of sense.
Absolutely, man. You want to be able to have like folks that necessarily don't look like us. They pass into their kids in college. He got 4 properties.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Dad owned a business. He passing all that down to him, right? And then for us, because just to things happen, how African Americans of diaspora and enslavement, all those things were put at a disadvantage. Mm-hmm. But I also knew that beyond my wife, I had to go do this because there's people like myself, right, that needed to hear from a brother that was the first person to go to college. And so that's a big thing in itself. But beyond it is like, okay, when you grew up in a family, and that's the pinnacle, right? You went to college. You did something different than everybody else.
Right.
But that is not going to really change your family.
No.
Right?
It's not. That's
you got
not.
to be able to break out of that and say, okay,
Right.
I know I'm the first person to do this, but I'm going to take it to the next level.
Right.
And start my own. Right? And I knew that I had to have that. I had to be that voice because, people got to hear that. Right?
Yeah.
You got to answer your call. And I think Tyler Perry said this. He said, you got to go accomplish your dream because there's people out there that dream depends upon you accomplishing yours. There's only people that only can hear you.
That's it. That's it. Point blank. They only can hear and see. That's it.
People can. It's a person out there that only you can motivate to level to the next level.
That just goes. Some people I don't listen to that person. I don't listen to that person. It's always, and everybody has their section.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And one thing I seen, and I'm with you because I love the quotes. The one not just because you got your cheesy ones, but the ones that really just hit and resonate. And one guy said, I'm gonna tell you something. He say one of the things that is a problem for us is that black people, we get caught on the last accomplishment too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it keeps you from. And I sat back and I thought about it. I'm like, he's correct. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because remember I was talking the friend we were speaking about.
Yeah.
He not celebrating. Yeah. Everybody they be pouring bottles. He like, nah, till the ink dry. Yeah. And then we celebrate a little bit then, but guess what? We got somewhere else to go.
It's about the verb.
And those
action.
Exactly. And those people seem like, oh man, they just an asshole or this and that. No. They just like, hey, we're gonna celebrate a little bit, but it's time to move on. What's the next level about it? Right.
It's about action.
Yes, sir.
You gotta get up every day and take action.
Right.
Grind so hard until your idols become your rivals.
Right.
Look at Kanye. Everybody hate on him. But at one point he looked up to Jay-Z.
Right.
Now he a billionaire just like
And look how everybody shifts. It's people who were basically talking about him now, like, oh, you ain't that crazy. Well, he was. I didn't see something. He was a little while ago.
I don't agree with all the things the brothers say.
Of course.
But you just see
But I'm talking about the hustle.
Yeah.
The grind, the constant focus. Right? So that's how I try to just live my life as far as take action. Right?